Salute everyone. Welcome to the post-game. New York Knicks defeated the Indiana Pacers on the road, 138-129. A huge performance from Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickley, Obi Toppin, and the whole squad. The depth tonight showed up, and the New York Knicks came from behind and dominated for their fifth straight win. The fifth seed's clinched. We've got plenty to talk about. We will talk about the matchups with the Cleveland Cavaliers. We'll talk about the road ahead with Julius Randle. Can he be fit, ready for the first few games of the series? But huge performance tonight. Chop up. Salute to the best chat in the biz, the best fan base. We hear 47th win. I predicted 45. We're 47 with 2 to play. 1 more away at New Orleans, and then another game to finish the season in style at MSG against these pacemakers again. But tonight was so pleasing from the whole squad. Quentin Grimes, amazing performance tonight. Emmanuel Quickley in hot form like we know, and Obi Toppin continues to be in really hot form, getting an opportunity without Julius Randle. Obviously the Pacers didn't have a full strength squad, they were undermanned as well. Jalen Brunson sat this one out with maintenance, resting, whatever you want to call it. Julius Randle still recovering from the ankle roll, and RJ Barrett out with illness, which doesn't seem to be serious. He just wasn't ready to go today. But Emmanuel Quickley's 39 points. Obi Toppin chipped in with 32, and Quentin Grimes' 36 big ones led the Knicks to victory. Josh Hart got the start. Mitchell Robinson's defense was amazing with his 16 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds, 2 steals, and 7 blocks. You heard correctly, 7 blocks plus 27 tonight. Mitch was an absolute beast. Isaiah Hartenstein, 8 points in his 18 minutes. The bench struggled a little bit, obviously because we were undermanned. Evan Fournier got 11 minutes, Deuce McBride's 13 minutes. And Sims and Hartenstein came off the bench. But the starting unit, which is really the real bench, led us to the victory tonight. So much to talk about. But yeah, it's great to see these Bockers in great form. You know, heading in to the playoffs. We salute to everyone out here. The best chat in the biz. Sharp Powers, salute. Yep, Knicks legit coming for that scalp right now. Big task. Says it didn't even feel like a game. More like a scrimmage. It was TJ McConnell and those pesky Pacers, Buddy Hield. I feel sorry for them in a way that we just weren't taking it seriously tonight. Our bench unit was lighting them up. Killer Dogs, salute. This was a statement game. Now we need to put everything together. Yeah, we will talk about that tonight. Let's get it. We'll celebrate this 47 victory. And this regular season's been a huge success. No doubt about it. We've clinched. We've got a nice juicy matchup against the Cleveland Cavs to chop up. Knicks Nation, we hear. Bang. Big time. Big time.
Salute, 3 capital S's, you know what I'm saying? And also the capital S stands for the streets is buzzing.
Salute Hewlett, travel vibes in the house, peace, everyone out here. Yet Johnny Davis, we're continuing to make history, Knickstory, get that right, CT. And we had like the third time in franchise history that 3 players have scored 30 points each in a game. That was a long time ago, dating back with Earl the Pearl and a few other big names. What got you feeling the best about this situation that we're in? I want to hear it. The chat. Sandman, what up? Yep. Quentin effing Grimes, man. That guy is turning into a legit star, man. A legit beast.
CT, what's going on? How about those Knicks playing good D, Tom Thibodeau basketball?
Yeah, like Bill Pito said, man, two-way defense. Quentin Grimes, Sandman, yeah, he's turning into that absolute beast. Man, we'll give out the grades tonight, and we'll look at the shot charts. But just initially reacting from this, right? It really didn't matter if the Knicks did win tonight, didn't win. It doesn't really matter. Our eyes are on the first round matchup, ladies and gentlemen, which is now all but secured. It's set in stone now. Next weekend, pencil it in your schedule, clear your schedule out, tell your friends where you're at right now, get the whole squad together because next weekend it goes down, game 1 in Cleveland. I believe it's going to be Saturday night. We'll wait for the official confirmation, but next Saturday night it does look like game 1 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. What a juicy matchup that's going to be. We can chill for these next 2 games. We can just make sure guys aren't playing too much. I'm sure the chat will hit on it tonight. We're going to make sure that the squad is fully healthy, ready to go to battle, ready to go to war. I'll talk about my thoughts on the Julius situation. I think he will be right to play in that series. Game 1, I'm not 100% sure. I won't be surprised if he is. If I had a bet, though, I think he'll be most likely be ready to go in game 2 or game 3. Maybe it just depends on how things go in game 1 and game 2. You know, if we pull off game 1, Julius is not 100%, we could probably afford to, to have him chill on ice a little bit more. But yeah, keep the buzz coming. We've got Obi Toppin to chop up. We've got the big performance tonight from Grimes and Quickley. Sandman says, my boy Obi just keeps balling. Man, yeah, this squad's talented. It really is. It's deep, super talented. So much to show that they haven't been able to show some of these bench players. And we're seeing it with Quickley. Last year, Quickley and Obi was the hot topic. The way they finished the season out. Last season, a lot of people said, oh, it was against, bench mobs when the games didn't matter. Well, we've seen it's legit. It's just legit a natural growth from these talented players. They were first-round draft picks for a reason. Emmanuel Quickley, the 25th pick. Obi Toppin, the 8th overall pick. Quentin Grimes, the 25th pick. So we got talent, and I think we're going to be too much to overcome for Cleveland, and we'll be talking about it all throughout the week ahead. With that situation, we got the Dallas Mavericks playing tonight. We'll do a score check on that, just to see where things sit right now. The Chicago Bulls lost, which was excellent. So let's see. Right now, the Mavericks are down by 1 point to the Kings, 104 to 105, with 7.5 minutes to play in the last. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But the Chicago Bulls went down, which was good. So we'll keep everybody up to date with that progress throughout the show. Best believe that here on the streets of buzzing, smashing that like button. But the story on the 47 victory tonight was really our bench unit stepping in to be starting and taking over this game. Points in the paint, the Knicks won 68 to 54. Domination, devastation. Indiana's squad's no match for our depth. With the 3 players, the 3rd time in franchise history, 3 players have scored 30 points each. Emmanuel, Q Dot, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Right now, our bench really is among the elite benches in the NBA, and it's going to hold us down in the playoffs, man. It's going to give us separation and devastation for the other team. Fast break points was interesting tonight. Probably the best performance of the season. 26 fast break points to Indiana's 17. So that was beautiful all the way. Knicks getting up and down. We already know, without Julius, without RJ Barrett, we know their games are a different breed, different style. And even though Jalen Brunson, we were able to push that pace tonight. Like the chat said, it was like a scrimmage, big task at hand. You know, we love to see this squad play fast. It can't happen all the time, but man, this small ball look could be a real weapon. With Josh Hart able to play the 4, that's no joke. Quentin Grimes can play the 3, getting up and down as well. Solid defense on the perimeter, helping us get out in transition and helping us get easier buckets. The biggest lead tonight was 18 points, so beautiful. It was a bit of a cakewalk. You know, we were only down 5 at one point when Indy made a run. The turnovers, though, 14 turnovers to 17. So the Knicks, that's going to happen when guys that don't usually get big minutes get bigger minutes. But it wasn't a factor. We took care of business. So let's go. Let's go, Knicks Streets. We out here.
Shout out to CT for keeping the streets buzzing, keeping everyone abreast of all that Knick news.
Yeah. Thumbs up. Let's go. Knicks Streets. Obi Toppin. Now, let's hit on his shot chart. I'll bring that up on screen and we'll chop Obi's performance up. We'll give out his grade out here. Yep. Yeah, we got this thing coming up on screen. Let me get this box score off. Yep. First chart we'll look at, man, Obi. He's been rolling. How is he getting his buckets? Where's he getting his shots? Right. Very, very, very similar to the recent game. A lot of looks at the cup, getting easier buckets in transition, a couple of leak out dunks, like we already know, big time from Obi. But the 3 ball is becoming not just any kind of flash in the pan, it's absolutely legit. Splashed 12 3 balls in total, 5 out of the 12 that he hit. Well, he threw up 12, hit 5. So hit all 5 of free throws, got us 6 assists, beautiful, 3 defensive rebounds, 1 steal, 3 fouls, was a plus 18 in his whopping 43 minutes, man. He let Obi run tonight, get all those minutes he can get, and he got us 32 big buckets, 11 of 18 from the field in total. So that's efficiency. Beautiful efficiency from Obi, as you see. You know, 5 of 12 from deep. You know, he's not accustomed to shooting, 12 deep balls. But the fact that he hit 5 is, great for opening up the defense. He tends to like the corner balls, as you see there. He's money from the corners. The elbow's a bit of a hit and miss. But the looks at the bucket, man. Dunks, putbacks, lay-ins, all of that dynamic play from Obi tonight. Stand up. And once again, the assists, really, really impressive from Obi. I want to highlight that part of his game as well. 6 assists, getting us a steal. No block tonight. But man, 43 minutes, standing up, doing big things, big work. Is one young Obi Toppin, 11 of 18. Stand up. So yeah, those were Obi's looks tonight. Beautiful. Really, really stepping in. Is that starting caliber kind of guy for us. Now on screen, one only Q Dot, ladies and gentlemen. I think it might have been his Nick high, career high tonight. But yeah, Obi's performance tonight, Grimes' performance tonight, or rather, splashing the 3 ball again. Quentin Grimes went 5 of 13 from deep, plus 14 in the box score, 36 points, 14 of 23 from the field, also 43 minutes. So this was a glorified gym run, scrimmage, but all-around defense, playmaking, 5 assists, got us 3 steals. Absolute demon on the on the defensive side is Quentin Grimes. Yeah, six rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, stuff in the box score. 36 points. Grimes Hive, we at it again, baby. Stand up for the Grimes Hive. And look at all those buckets in the restricted area as well. That's no joke out here. Quentin Grimes' form, he is that legit starting wing for us for the future. There's no doubt about it. One of the prototypical kind of players that I could have dreamed of the Knicks having in terms of guys that I love, the way they play the game. Both sides of the floor, unselfish, can dribble, drive, can shoot lights out, defend, of course. Not the strongest rebounder, but at 6'5", that is really the only limitation I would say Quentin Grimes has in his game right now. But at 6'5", if he was 6'7", his ceiling would be that of a Mikal Bridges or higher, and it of course it may well be higher than that. I'm just speculating at this point, but really I don't know what Grimes' ceiling is. I mean, sophomore season's been an absolute raging success for Quentin. There's been patches where the three ball hasn't been great throughout the season, but the form's spectacular. I think sometimes he just shoot the ball a little bit too quick. He just once he takes his time, settles down, and gets that feet set, rises up, H2O all over again. Allen Houston, let's get it. Yeah, I won game 1 too. Facts, Johnny. Yep, no doubt about it, fam. Yep, let's get it. Big task RCT. Do the Knicks really have to shorten the rotation to 8 for the playoffs? A lot's going to go into it. I won't be shocked if that's the case, but what we know for sure, right? The game's going to be next weekend. The Knicks, with all the play-in games that are going to take place, the Knicks won't play from, I think, Monday will be the final game, I believe, and they won't play again till Saturday. So it's going to be a 5-day break, 5 days off. And I think the fact that Tibbs is going to feel like these guys are going to have a lot of rest, I think he's going to come out with a short rotation in the beginning. As the season goes along, he might extend it a little bit more to avoid guys, fouling, getting injured, gassing out. But I won't be shocked, man, if it starts with 8. But someone's going to be, going to miss out on minutes undeservingly, man. Yeah, Quentin Grimes, Sandman, says officially surpassed RJ at importance depth chart for this team, this franchise organization as well. %, I agree with you on that situation. Where he is on sort of the timeline, he's ahead. He's fast-tracked for us in his sophomore year. But Quentin Grimes was highly, highly touted coming up the ranks as well. Played a little bit of point guard. Started his college career with Kansas. Things didn't work out so well. He went to University of Houston, reinvented his game. Always highly touted. Huge skill set, huge steal for the New York Knicks. I'm going to call it a steal. Man, it was a straight theft. 25th pick. If we did the redraft, like we said last show, Quentin Grimes would be a top 6, top 8 player in the redraft as of this moment today, and it might be even going up, baby. Yep. Shout out to Rose, Jamie, salute. How we feeling for not trading the whole team for Spider Mitchell? Yep, 100%. Shout out for that. Yep. And you mean, salute to Leon for building a legit team. Yeah, I love this team, man. I love the depth, the squad, the way they're growing together. We see IQ and Obi, how great they play together. The chemistry, man, is on point. It's buzzing right now with Quentin Grimes, Obi, Hart. I think the vibes are immaculate, baby, in the words of the squad and the Knicks streets. Right time, right place, right time. We're clicking, heading into the playoffs, baby. We back here, and it just feels really, really good. Heading into this season, we're going to be rested. Brunson got a nice rest. You know what? The Pelicans game, it don't even matter, man. 47 wins. Don't matter. Doesn't it feel great to not matter? Tonight and the next two games are the first time that regular season games are meaningless since 2013. In terms of they don't mean a damn thing. Pelicans, doesn't matter. Play Obi 40 minutes again. Play Grimes 40 minutes again. In fact, play Jericho Sims. Play Trevor Keels. Play Evan Fournier. You know, we just don't need any injuries, man. Yeah, Sandman says 8 to 9 for Grimes, you know, and that'll be a great topic to do a show. We'll have plenty of time in the off season. Hopefully the Knicks have gone deep and won the chip, but we'll have plenty of time in the summer to do some shows. We'll do revisionist history, and we'll look at the OB draft. We'll look at the IQ draft, the Grimes, Deuce McBride even could be a first round selection. But how are we feeling? How are we feeling about the Cavs matchup now with some break? Are you nervous about the Julius situation, or are you feeling good that we can beat Cleveland regardless? You know, we could steal some games while Julius is healing up and getting ready. But for Quentin Grimes' chart on screen, you know, it ain't nothing new. 5 of 13 from deep. Tonight was just scrimmaging, but I love the fact that his penetration is something that is a key attribute. His ability, his quick first step, his ability to finish in traffic, dunk it. Of course, he's limited with a little bit of size, but again, I love all those buckets. I love that chart from Grimes and Obi tonight. You know, getting easy looks. You know, you're in the restricted area, fam. You're either going to get a bucket or you're either going to get fouled, most likely, when you're in the restricted area. That's where you want to be. Taking it to the heart of the defense and getting in deep. And, of course, splashing the three ball, really. I mean, Mike D'Antoni basically invented this kind of situation. Let's keep it a buck and give some credit to Mike D'Antoni. It's either a layup or it's a three-pointer now, you know. Notice how there ain't many mid-range attempts anymore, because you either try to get penetration. If you're in traffic, you usually kick it out to an open shooter, and there's somebody wide open. Yep. CT, the Knicks will take care of the Cavs in 3. Man, love that big task, man. Yeah. Jamie says Cavs are on notice. They won't know how to handle the second unit. Yep. I think that's going to be the big difference. And, you know, it's probably not get spoken of enough. You know, the media so far, from what I've seen, are talking about Spider. They're talking about Garland, Allen, all the starters. Ain't nobody talking about the bench. You know, Emmanuel Quickley, possibly, well, the leading candidate for sixth man. Isaiah Hartenstein, one of the best backup big men in the league. Just starting to figure out the passing game. Josh Hart coming off the bench. You know, all of that good stuff. I mean, ability to bring in Deuce McBride, Jericho Sims. We could go 12 deep, really, if we want, man. Yep. Yeah, man, big buzzer on point with big task. We'd love to finish the Cavs in 3. Maybe they forfeit. We take their heart and soul out. They forfeit game 4. I love it, man. Knicks fans' passion. We back here, man. It just feels good. Let's get hype. Let's get amped, baby. We here. Right now, we here.
CT, I'm doing wonderful, man. It's always a good time with you because the streets are buzzing.
Indeed, Bill Daughtry. We got the streets buzzing right now. And I can't wait. We'll have plenty of time to chop up, that Cavs matchup in full. But celebrating tonight's big performance from the young guns. Grimes, Obi so far. We've had a look at their stats. We'll give out grades after the box score. Let's look at IQ's shot chart now. Emmanuel Quickley now. It's no longer Emmanuel. It's Emmanuel. Got to address him correctly right now. You know, he don't even answer to Emmanuel no more. You know, he's changed his name. and it's Emmanuel. So look at all those 3 balls. That's almost disrespect to the Indiana team with some of those 3 balls straight on. Nothing on the elbow, nothing in the corners, and deep into the hearts of the Indiana Pacers defense. Like I said earlier, 39 big ones, stepping in. The league 6-man, 40 minutes, 14 of 26 from the field. Crazy efficiency. 7 of 13 from deep. You heard that correctly, man. That's above 50% from deep with 13 attempts. Talk about flowing. Talk about buzzing right now. Emmanuel got the streets buzzing.
Salute, 3 capital S's, you know what I'm saying? And also, the capital S stands for the streets is buzzing.
Yep. Luke, you said it, man. Salute. How you been, fam? Give IQ the bag. Let's back up the Brinks truck. He's a part of this thing for the future. And he's just his 3rd year. 6-man of the year. It's looking like, man, it's a wrap. 6-man of the year, man, in his 3rd year. Such a proud feeling to know that we drafted this kid. You know, we plucked him from the late 1st round. We took a chance, you know. Shout out Worldwide West. Shout out to the whole front office for taking that chance on Emmanuel with the 25th selection right now. Teams kicking themselves that they could have had this kid for a 1st round pick a few months ago. They were trying to get picky and greedy with us. Now how they're feeling. New York City Ball 08. Salute. Sup. How we feeling after this? Going back to the dance for the playoffs. You guys spit your best playoff memories to your recollection as a New York Knicks fan. I want to hear your best playoff moments for the New York Knicks. I'll share some of mine because it's time to talk about it. We're back here. Meaningful games now. The next 2 games don't mean nothing against the Pels and the Pacers, but we put in work so that we don't have to worry about these next 2 games. Certainly IQ, he's just in an absolute groove now, heading into the playoffs. We can rest Brunson the next 2 and let Emmanuel continue this groove heading into the playoffs. He's going to absolutely devastate Cleveland. The way I'm thinking is you got a guy in a flow like him coming in feeling like he's that, you know, he feels like he's a legit starter in this league, and so he should. You know, he's Sir Emmanuel now. So they can't check him, basically. I don't see anyone off the bench for Cleveland that's going to be able to check Quickley. 9 assists. You kidding me? 6 rebounds, 2 steals, a whopping plus 27, and he's 39 points. That's almost a 40 burger. Again, in 40 minutes. So he's just having fun out there. He's so fun to watch. And like Luke said, man, I can't give him the bag quick enough. Don't shortchange him, man. Just give him the bag right now. He's a difference maker, you know. We all been crying out for a New York Knick. That's a difference maker. And that's what he is, man. Brunson goes down, ain't no thing, because Quickley just comes in, and he could have been our starting point guard this year. You know, let's say if Brunson, you know, decided to stay in Dallas for some reason, we would have been with Emmanuel, the starting PG, almighty finesse. What's good, fam? What do you think? Give IQ the bag, like Luke says. And I will pick up the score right now. We got some news, baby. The Dallas Mavericks picked up a dub with the Chicago Bulls going down as well. Yep. Loving that fact, man. Loving it. That's great. Great news. picking that thing up, picking that dub. Of course, they have Chicago and San Antonio. Yeah. Yeah, Dallas only have 2 more games remaining that are very, very winnable. And with Oklahoma City losing right now, the Dallas have equaled Oklahoma. Oklahoma play the Utah Jazz and they play the Memphis Grizzlies. Dallas play Chicago and San Antonio. So I'll refresh the tankathon situation and we'll talk about it more. Yep. Yeah, their picks back into the 12th range. So Oklahoma's in 10, 38 and 42. Chicago in 11, 38 and 42. And Dallas in 12, 38 and 42. Of course, there's going to be the coin toss as well. The regular season record and tiebreaker determines who makes the play-in. But of course, whoever makes the play-in is most likely going to lose and come back out of the play-in. And then there'll be a coin flip to see who ends up where in the lottery odds. So that's well and truly alive, baby. Get your draft guests lined up, because we'll be ready to talk about the NBA draft, man, if the Knicks can get that pick. Salute Almighty. Let's go Mavs. For one night only. You'll give Quickley 14 to 16 milli. Man, I think he's going to get more than that. I think the Knicks are going to offer something around the range of 20, maybe a descending contract to line up with everybody else's. We start maybe with 24 mil, and it descends down to 22, 20, and 18. I might be looking for that. We're talking about our favorite playoff moments as a New York Knick. 92 Luke Eastern Conference semifinals, the New York Knicks versus the Chicago Bulls. Take me back, fam. Back to when I was a young kid, starting up this thing, fired up, watching the highlights at night, hoping to punk Michael Jordan, John Starks getting into his grill, Patrick Ewing carrying this squad. Yep. Love it, man. Yeah, I don't know if it's too crazy, fam. I mean, he's earning it right now. But yeah, it's the new age, fam. New CBA, new TV rights deal as well. Luke says 5-1-12. Yep, something around there. Yep. Whatever it is, he's going to be earning 20 mil per, I think. Whether it's ascending or descending, on average, the yearly number, I think Quickley will definitely be earning around 20 mil. I mean, especially if he's about to win 6-man. I mean, he's only in his 3rd year. Let's not forget. I think Jordan Clarkson, a former 6-man of the year, is on 18 milli as well. I don't know if he's likely to sign a deal like that. Let's see. Maybe he signs something in good faith. But either way, man, he's going to get paid. So, yeah, great news for the New York Knicks draft pick tonight. 19 com, man, let's stand up. The Knicks might be getting that draft pick. I feel Dallas's chances of beating Chicago and their chances of beating San Antonio are very high. And Oklahoma against Utah and Memphis. And of course there's Chicago, but Dallas are really gunning for the play-in. 19 says for Josh Hart, 3 years, 48, 16 per. IQ 4 years, 74, 18.5 per. Yeah, that's close to the 20 mil per that I think Quickley might end up getting. I just think they love the kid right now, so they should, man. He's turning up for us. I mean, helping this squad, this bench become elite. Also, now you guys, on top of the playoff moments, give me your predictions for the beginning of the year. I predicted 45 wins, so we're 47 now and counting. So I'm loving this thing, 47 wins. A lot of people thought that was, perhaps a little bit yeah, perhaps anything, a little bit overestimating the squad. But I think people definitely underestimated the squad, I mean, Jalen Brunson, everybody underestimated Jalen Brunson acquisition. We heard players like, analysts like Tim Legler eat crow and go on record to say, hey, I was wrong about Jalen Brunson. Luca paid props to Jalen Brunson the other night, so that's interesting. Finally we hear some honesty, for the New York Knicks. Stop clowning the Knicks. Let's just be honest. The New York Knicks are on fire, and it's time to pay props to Leon Rose, all the moves being made, Worldwide Wes, all the draft picks look money. I mean, Obi Toppin, you can't tell me he can't start for another team. The only reason Obi's not starting is because he's behind another All-Star. Let's keep it real. The only reason Emmanuel Quickley's not a starter in the league right now is because he's behind another All-Star, so to speak. If Emmanuel Quickley was on Detroit, he'd be better than Jaden Ivey. If he was on Chicago, he'd be starting with Chicago. If he was on San Antonio, he'd be starting with them. So he's a starting player, man. We got starting players coming off our bench right now. We hit with that, man. Yeah, and I can't wait for the draft to come up again. Let's see what we can get. Let's add another jewel to this thing. Maybe a 6'9" wing with a 7'5" wingspan or something like that. Yeah. Facts. Luke C says as a starter, not a bench player. Yep. Yeah, let's keep in mind that Fournier, like Luke said, got 4 and 73 mil. Yep. 18.2 average. Yep. Yeah, we got to make the numbers work. And we got Brock Aller. We got the best in the biz, just like the best chat in the biz, the best fan base in the biz, the best podcasts in the biz. Right now, let's go.
You guys always do a great job. It's the best podcast out there. Don't at me on that. The other podcast.
Yeah, we're rolling right now. So, Emmanuel Quickley is the only chart tonight that had some mid-range looks. But in terms of the looks, it's pretty clear what the direction is. Pull up from 3 or get into the paint. That's Tom Thibodeau's simplified offense, fam. How do you feel about it in the playoffs? I think it's a really, really good matchup with the Cleveland Cavaliers, fam. I really do, because we got the depth. We can just come at them in waves. It's going to come to a point where Spider's going to wear down Darius Garland, and their depth is going to get tested. Now, I'll tell you what I think the X factors are going to be in that series, as I'll pull that up on the screen. I really do think there's going to be plenty of X factors, and that's going to be what's going to decide this series. Now, game 1 next weekend, get hype, make plans, get the squad together, because we're back here in the playoffs. This is where we belong as New York Knicks, right? I know we were there 2 years ago. That was a one-year wonder. Now we're here to build momentum. We got a legit squad now with legit players, legit ballers, legit accolades to go around. And we've got a foundation now where we're built for this. And, for the first reason, I think this is a good matchup. I think inexperience as well on the Cleveland side plays a good factor into the Knicks' hands. Yep. Like Luke said, yeah, Knicks bench deep. And I appreciate you, 19, man. We mob deep. Yep. Our fan base goes deep. Like I said, we'll be shutting down streets. Best believe that when we're back, right? If you think the buzz is loud now, none of us can prepare for what's to come next week, especially if we win one of the first 2 games and we bring that baby back to MSG with home court advantage. and Julius Randle gets healthy, runs out of the tunnel like Willis Reed out here with the brace off of his ankle, ready to land that knockout blow on the Cleveland Cavs. Inexperience first and foremost. Like I said, Spider's got experience. I'll give them that. Spider's going to turn up. Best believe that. He's a big game guy playing against his hometown team. Donovan Mitchell is going to be possessed. He's going to be on one. And, big players rise to the big occasion. So I'm preparing. If I'm Tom Thibodeau, I'm preparing for Spider Mitchell's best punch. But that's where it ends for me. We got to take everyone out of the game around him. Get on the glass. Limit Jarrett Allen. Limit Evan Mobley's rebounding. If the New York Knicks can win points in the paint and we can win the boards, that's a wrap. I think we could keep them off the glass. We can gang rebound with Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson cleaning the glass tonight. Shout out Mitch again, for his performance tonight. Let me pull that up, man. 16 boards, 7 offensive and 9 defensive boards, man. 2 steals. So, yeah, they've got work. Cleveland's got work battling the Knicks on the glass, with Hart. Hart's 12 rebounds tonight. You're kidding me, right? In 37 minutes. We've got shooting guards that can pull down 12 rebounds. So that's going to be a big factor in this thing. Of course, they're going to be able to trap Brunson. That's going to be one of the tactics on Cleveland's side. But we saw tonight what's good for the Knicks. Ball movement. Stretching the defense around, right? Second chance opportunities, get them scrambling. Quentin Grimes is an ace at penetrating and kicking it back out. If Barrett's healthy, I want to see RJ Barrett with his head up, bully to the cup, but then kick it back out, not forcing nothing into traffic. We got Jerry in the house, salute. We got Vaughn up in here with the streets buzzing right now, man. Love hanging out with the best fan base, and I'm hyped about this situation, and just matchup. It's going to be fun. First and foremost, I'm just going to enjoy this because it's going to be a fun series. An initial prediction is 6 games. I won't be shocked if we see 7, because I just think it's got all the makings of a seesaw series. There's going to be a lot of tight games. It's going to be who can execute down the stretch. But I think the Knicks, if they show up, can close this thing out in 6. But I love the fact that the Knicks can be underdogs. I love the fact that we can be underdogs and come with less pressure. Let's face it, the Cleveland Cavs are going to be the one with the pressure, I feel. We heard dudes, like Stephen A. Smith, Stephen A. talking about, if Spider sends the Knicks home, it's a waste of a season. All that, we all know it's Knicks for clicks. And I think he's just trying to hide his PTSD. But I don't think that's the case, and I don't think that's going to happen either. But I just hope the people just start to pile more pressure on Cleveland, because they're inexperienced. Like I said, we don't know how Evan Mobley is going to handle, Julius Randle in the playoffs. Julius Randle been to the playoffs. Jalen Brunson been to the WCF as well. RJ Barrett had playoff experience 2 years ago. Quickley and Obi did as well. And who's a big X factor in this thing? Josh Hart. If you thought Josh Hart been laying it all out there, wait till you see this kid in the playoffs, man. I call him a kid because he hasn't played in the playoffs yet. He's 28 years old, but he's excited like a kid to be able to play in the playoffs finally. And I think a crazy stat, man, Josh Hart ranks 4th in NBA history in games played without playing in a playoff game let that sink in. So that's why I think Josh Hart's going to be so fired up, to lay it all out there for this squad. And I think, Josh Hart's going to be a big X factor with his rebounding, playmaking, being able to take the ball out of Brunson's hand, relieve some of the pressure off Julius as well as Quentin Grimes is as well. Yep. We're celebrating Dallas's win, baby. Vaughn, best believe that. They got 2 winnable games coming up against Chicago and against the Spurs. And the OKC play the Jazz and the Grizz as well. Yep, I like this too, Luke. Yep. Brunson and Spider, that's another reason I think those two are going to cancel each other out in the playoffs. So what you got, Darius Garland, Julius Randle can get healthy. That's going to be a big X factor as well. Battle of the Trees, Hartenstein and Mitch versus Mobley and Jarrett Allen, who's been out for a minute as well. I think the Knicks are coming in with better form late. If you look at the last 20 games of the Knicks and the last 20 games of the Cavs, I think it's pretty even, or the New York Knicks might be the more hot team coming in. Yep. Like Jerry says, Brunson outplayed Spider in the playoffs last season. Yep. Counting on him to do it again. Yep. That's a good bet. That's a safe bet. I think if, like I said, at worst, they cancel each other out. And let's not underestimate, man, Emmanuel Quickley, the shot chart on screen. I mean, answer this question point blank. Do Cleveland have a backup guard that can come off the bench and give them 40? The answer to that is no. Right. Ricky Rubio, Raul Neto, they're not coming off the bench giving them 40 like Emmanuel Quickley can. So I think they're secretly scared. I really do. I think they're scared of the depth and the firepower that Emmanuel Quickley can provide. Yep. 6th man of the year, period. Yep, you said it. Better than Brogdon, bigger sample size, all of that stuff. Yeah, great point, Luke, about the coaching staff. We'll have to debate that as well and analyze that heading in as we got days off next week. But yeah, game 1's going to be huge. Adjustments, like we know, fam, are going to be big in the playoffs, like you said. 100%, yep. Let's give some credit to Rick Brunson as well for what he's brought to this situation. Tom Thibodeau, right? Simplified offense, not a good offensive coach, but the Knicks are top 5 in offense in the league. I'll say that again. The Knicks are top 5 in the NBA in offense. Right. That's no fluke. And we're not relying on Derrick Rose this time as well. So it's sustainable this time. Also, when I talk about less pressure, fam, remember the first 2 games in Cleveland? We won in Cleveland. We're ready. We're ready to come into their building and just win one. That's all you got to do. I mean, I won't be shocked if we win both, but set that goal, right? We're going into Cleveland's building, right? First 2 games. Ideally, let's punch them in the mouth in game 1 and steal momentum. But if we just win 1 out of the first 2, you're in a great spot. You're in a great spot. You know, like I said earlier, you buy time. Maybe Julius Randle doesn't need to come back just yet. Who knows? He might even be ready. And we go from there, man. We make adjustments. Again, like, I'm not disrespecting Cleveland in any way. They're a good team. They fully deserve 4th position for what they've done. But if I stack up their bench against the New York Knicks bench, it's night and day, baby. It's night and day. You're talking about Jetty Osman, Dean Wade, Neto, Ricky Rubio against the likes of guys like tonight. We just saw put up 40 points, put up 35 points, 6th man of the year type stuff as well. So I can't I can't say enough about the Josh Hart acquisition as well, and the dynamic that he gave this team. Enough can be said about Hart the player, but Hart the fit. We were screaming for a player like him to help this team close games out. Hart's going to bring not playoff experience, but he's going to bring big game experience, toughness. That's what's going to help you in the playoffs. Diving on the floor, loose balls, like John Starks, channeling that 1999 run, 94 run. Heart, energy, hustle plays. We're never out of it. I mean, tonight, offensive rebounds, Josh Hart, 5 offensive rebounds. Mitchell Robinson, 7. Right. Let's think about that for a second. That's 12 extra possessions. Those 2 players alone gave the New York Knicks tonight. I know it's against Indiana, but yeah. Knicks' strength on the boards. Stay out of foul trouble, Mitch, Hartenstein, and we got a great chance to win every game against Cleveland, right? Evan Mobley's going to probably try to pull someone out of the paint, but Jarrett Allen can't shoot threes, so it's going to be a battle of the paint in that regard, man. You guys are on fire. Keep spitting knowledge. Yeah, Vaughn says, I love how the squad made it a point to feed Mitchell Robinson early tonight. Yep, I love that, man. Look, yeah, these players know what to do. I think when Julius, Brunson and RJ are out, I think Quickley, Toppin, there's good synergy between Grimes. These guys played summer league together. They've come up the ranks. Similar ages. Chemistry's on point. Ball movement, beauty tonight. Every single starter was in the plus tonight. Every single player on the bench was a minus as well, because our bench was depleted as well. But yeah, salute to everyone out here, man. Salute to the whole chat. Buzzing. Stanley's in the house. Well, Mitch, an absolute beast tonight. A man among boys, taking candy from a baby right now, yeah. Yeah. You're happy for him, really. That's why I was kind of like, I want to relay to Mitch, how important he is to the team. I know he was feeling, some kind of way about not getting bigger usage. But when you look at his stats most nights and like tonight, you're like, man, you're helping this team so much with your rebounding, your putbacks. Yeah, that block on the perimeter on Buddy Hield had me buzzing. That was like back in the day when he blocked KD. Mitchell Robinson's really stayed out of foul trouble this season. He stayed healthy for the most part. Solid contract, really. Steals, blocks, all of that. David, salute. I wonder if Randall acts like MJ, Kobe, Bron. Yep. We don't want you on the team. You're gone most likely. Man, I think Randall's going to come back a fresh player. He's going to be ready, fired up, hungry to succeed in the playoffs. I really do. I think he's going to be hungry to succeed. Julius Randle does command the double team. That's going to be vital in the playoffs. Rebounding is pretty strong. He's going to get guys in foul trouble, getting to the bucket. I think we're not going to win a series without, or we're not going to go deep without Julius Randle. I think we can still win a first round series, but there's no way we can win the second round series without Julius playing the right way. But sharing the rock is key, like tonight. Let's everybody get into the flow, get into that flow, man. Stanley says Grimes had 5 steals tonight. We got 24 points off turnovers alone. That's massive. That's huge. Yep. Yeah, Quentin Grimes' on-ball defense is serious. It's so good. But yeah, that's the chart from IQ tonight as we get ready for for the first round of the playoffs. I cannot wait. The Dallas Mavericks won tonight, which was just icing on the cake for a good night all around. 138, 129. The third time in franchise history, 3 players had 30 piece each on the team. All drafted players: Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickley, Obi Toppin. Depth is just that thing of beauty right now as we clinched and we know who we're going to play. 2 meaningless games coming up. I mean, you couldn't have scripted at the beginning of this season, man. As optimistic as I am, I couldn't have scripted this any better. I think the way the season has gone, and I think the best might yet to become, man. As Knicks fans get fired up, I'm happy with this situation. Guys really in good form heading into the playoffs. Pacers do have some talent. TJ McConnell, Nick Killer, Benny Mathurin. Guys, they did hit the lead, but I'm proud that the Knicks held the biggest lead was 18 tonight, and it always looked like we were in control. Really. Yes, so David, Mavs look like they can win versus the Spurs and the Bulls in their last 2 games, and it looked like OKC could lose those final 2. So I'm loving that situation as well. Overall, the squad shot 52% from deep. Luke, beautiful. Heading into the playoffs, that's what you want, man. On the road as well. We really are road warriors, ladies and gentlemen. Our road record this season is 24-16, 8 games above 500, man, on the road this season. I mean, tonight was scrimmaging, we know, but yeah, 24-16 on the road, 23-17 at home. So what a fantastic finish to the season now. A season high, 14 games over 500. Now 47-33. We are 5 in a row, clicking and locked into that 5th seed, which is beautiful. Over the Brooklyn Nets, the Heat, the Hawks, Raptors, Bulls, all these teams that were supposedly better than the New York Knicks. I mean, I kept the faith. I predicted 45, and I'm proud. I'm happy with that projection, but it's looking like we're going to end up with 48, 49. Just so close to 50 wins. If we shot better free throws, we won a few of those other games, this would have been a 50-burger season. But really, that don't matter because we out here buzzing, clinching, and fired up for that big first-round playoff series. Now it's time to give out the grades. We continue to shout the chat out. Streets is buzzing. Smash that like button for your cuz, and we here. Points in the paint. Every time the Knicks win points in the paint, we usually win the game. Fast break points was a beautiful sight. Plus 26 fast break big ones. 14 turnovers. We've got to clean that up. But 18-point lead, the biggest lead of the night. And we forced 17 turnovers from Indiana. So that was beautiful. We know Quickley's, so capable, but I would say the most impressive thing tonight was Obi, Mitch, and Grimes again. Again, 3 drafted players, 4 out of the 5 starters tonight were drafted by the New York Knicks. That's another feel-good story. But yeah, Obi's night, 11 of 18, 5 of 5 from the line, 6 assists. I love that. Plus 18, 32 points. Obi gets an A tonight. Stand up. Mitch's 30 minutes, 6 of 13 from the field, 7 offensive rebounds, 16 total, an assist, 2 steals, 7 blocks, 5 fouls, plus 27, 14 points. Mitchell Robinson gets an A+, plus tonight. A++. Tonight from Mitch, stand up. Emmanuel Quickley's 40 minutes, 14 of 26. So efficient. 7 of 13 from deep. 4 of 5 from the line. Continues to get to the line effectively. 9 assists was amazing. 6 rebounds. The 2 steals, plus 27, and the 39 points. A++. Emmanuel Quickley, salute. Quentin Grimes, 43 minutes. 14 of 23. Super efficient tonight. Emmanuel was efficient. Quentin Grimes was efficient. 5 of 13 from deep. 3 of 4 from the line. 5 assists, 3 steals, plus 14, 36 points tonight from Quentin Grimes. Again, probably the most impressive thing on the night, really. Again, A+ for Quentin Grimes now. The 3-point ball's looking good. Efficiency, sharing the rock. The defense, though, is souped up right now with 3 steals. So another A+ for Q Dot, man. Let's go. Salute, nice. How we feeling, brother? Dallas won. Vibes are immaculate tonight. We're looking like we might end up with a draft pick. Dallas make the play-in. It's all possible. Of course, if Dallas don't advance in the play-in, it goes back to the coin flip, possibly as well. So this might be a longer process until we know if the Knicks pick's gonna come or not. But let's go, man. Yeah, Mitch looks like he's having fun now. That block at the 3-point line was just beauty, man. Now his salute to everyone, man. All the diehards, the best fan base in the biz, right? Feels great. We deserve this. We're back here now on a 47-win season with 2 to play. We can have our best guys rest, and we can have the young guns rack up the reps heading into game 1 next week with guys in top form, man. Tip-top form. Stand up, Grimes, IQ. Yep. And the whole squad, Toppin, doing big things. Yeah, we could seriously start to get things buzzing right now. Man-child, salute, nice. Let's go. How we feeling, man? Give me your X factors for the first round. I think a lot of it's going to be the trees, Mobley and Allen versus Hartenstein and Mitch. I think the rebounding is going to be huge. And of course, the depth off the bench. Emmanuel, Josh Hart is going to be that X factor. The ability to be able to have guys on our bench that can close the game out. It's going to be big. And I predict Knicks in 6. Yep. Salute, man-child. Yep, let's go. And Dallas, the Bulls, and the OKC do have the same record now, which is the 38 and 42. So there's a lot to happen still. 2 games remaining. There's the play-ins and then the coin toss, the coin flip. If the teams are on the same record still. The tiebreaker will determine who makes the play-in, but the record will determine the lottery and the coin flip still. So still a lot to happen, but I'm happy that the Knicks' chances of getting that pick back are great. David says Grimes could have got hurt starting this pointless game. Gets a C+. That's a good point. I think it's still, third to last game. I know technically nothing's at stake. It's tough to just wrap everyone up in bubble wrap, with an entire week and a half remaining almost. Like 9-day 9-day break. I'm kind of in between, you know. You want guys to be comfortable, ready to go, but I think they will get enough rest as well with 5 days to go after the final game. Yep. Yeah, facts nice. It's scary out here, man. 107 points. It has nothing to do with the original 3 in our team. Yeah, there's a beautiful stat which I'll pull up on the screen. And it's come from, the New York Knicks PR department as well. Got the streets buzzing right now. And it's Grimes, Quickley, and Toppin give the Knicks 3 30-point scorers in a game for the first time since March 24, 1979. Yeah. Williams, Monroe, and Knight. This is the 3rd time in franchise history that it's happened. Yeah. I love that, man. That's depth, that's sharing the rock. All of that stuff, man. Yeah. Yeah, like Nice also agrees in terms of keeping Grimes warm. If he gets cold, he may go away. Yeah. Yeah, look, the injury thing is difficult. But, yeah, it's that situation where, you know, an injury can happen to anybody with that. Brandon Ingram, let's see what happens in New Orleans, but I love Brandon Ingram. Yep, he's big time, man. Yep. Yeah, we heard quotes from Mark Cuban whining about the opportunity, saying he didn't get a chance to match that Knicks offer. Stanley, that's nothing but lies. That's cap. That's cap. Yep. An owner showing us text messages, all of that stuff. You know, you just love how relevant the Knicks are right now. You know, just let us have success in peace. You know, people trying to strip us of credibility. You know, I mean, people trying to say Julius Randle's going to have another meltdown and all of that stuff. Like, just give us some flowers. You know, 5th seed, 6th man of the year, all NBA guys. Draft picks, you know, guys that were selected ahead of so many other players balling out. Cleveland outmatching us for the Spider deal. Still, no one wants to give us no props right now, man. Wait till we wake everybody up and make the 2nd, 3rd round of the playoffs. Then you'll hear all these armchair experts say, "Oh, okay, all right, I think the Knicks are legit now." All of that BS, you know. Put some respect on these guys, on the fans, the loyalists. Jalen Brunson is a superstar in this league. Julius Randle is a superstar in this league. Putting up those numbers right now. And people, you know, giving props to Joel Embiid, giving props to Booker, everyone else except any of our guys, you know. Every one of our guys, it's an afterthought. This situation. Well, guess what? Cleveland's going to know. We're going to punch them in the mouth. And they're going to know, man. The whole media is going to know, man. Wait till we turn up at MSG. Closing down the streets. Closing it out in Cleveland. Taking their heart out, man. Nothing will impress me more than we blow Cleveland out in game 1. And we see their fans leave the building early. That'll be beautiful to see. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Cuban had that chance, Stanley, to sign Brunson for that mid-level, the 54 mil extension. Yep, all of that. Yep, they had plenty of chances. Yep. Jalen Brunson is IQ for the Knicks. Hope contract hits right, or we might be feeling like Dallas by the end of the season. I think we're going to keep Quickley. I really do. I don't think they're going to risk losing that boy. Best believe that. He's grown up in front of our eyes, like Manchild says. And I think his reflection of this regime. They invested in him. Worldwide West is invested, and I think they're going to show that with that great offer. Buzzer says Knicks in 6. Let's get it, 100%.
Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's, you know what I'm saying? And also, the capital S stands for the streets is buzzing.
Yes, sir, like Jay Boogie says. Yep. Dropping some big anthems. Look out for some stuff to hit from Jay Boogie coming soon. We got the streets buzzing out here. Look, in a sign and trade, perhaps, if there's a superstar available, you've got to entertain trading IQ still. But for a superstar only, because anything less than that, an IQ is that star for us in the future as well. I believe that. Yeah. Salute, 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 Kaiser. How we feeling after this? Yeah, I feel like the pressure is on Cleveland, and I feel like the inexperience as well, both sides is going to be a factor. But I think Cleveland's that bit more inexperienced than the New York Knicks squad. We have Jalen Brunson. Randall went to the playoffs 2 years ago as well. And I think Spider and Brunson are just going to cancel each other out. Yep, I really do. But yeah, I think tonight's game, it was just great to get in form. Like we said, and we know it's hit and miss. Guys might get injured. But on the flip side, guys are in amazing form heading in. We just beat Cleveland, and we're on a 5-game winning streak heading in. What I would like to see next in the Pelicans game is rest everybody. Rest everybody for the Pelicans game. I don't care. Take an L. Get that L out of the way so we're not heading into the playoffs 7-game winning streak. So get that L, play everybody. Trevor Keels, 40 minutes. Play Deuce McBride, 40 minutes. But against the final game against the Pacers, you turn up. Turn up, bring everybody back, and play them 20, 25 minutes. Get them in conditioning again. And then we prepare. Yeah, we prepare for that. Yeah. I like 5, nice says. Quick jersey 5. So that by that logic, Knicks in 5. Man. That's buzzing.
A shout out CT and the great job he's doing with the Knicks Buzz Show. I'm a Knicks fan. Grew up in New York. I'm sending my best to everybody down here, CT.
Got the streets buzzing right now. We got Fran Fraschilla, Wally Zerbiak buzzing.
Shout out to CT for keeping the streets buzzing, keeping everyone abreast of all that Knick news.
Let's go, Knicks 26 champs. That's looking close, man. You might be a prophet out here. You might be a prophet, man. 2026 champs. Might be 25 champs. Great win. However, beating the Cavs 4 out of 7 without Randall will be a tall order. 100% agree. It can be done. I think the Knicks can win in 6 or 7 without Julius. But other guys would have to be on fire. But for the second round, we need Randall to advance. But let's see. I do think we play a different style up and down. I like that, especially on the road. On the road, you don't want the opportunity for the other defense to set. You want to keep them on their toes, get easy buckets. I think Emmanuel, Obi, Grimes, Hart running the floor. I think that plays really well for the New York Knicks on the road. When Julius Randle does slow it down a bit, Brunson, isolation heavy, I think that can be a concern on the road. Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, getting defense set. When you play fast on the road, like tonight, you get a great chance at 26 fast break points, fam. Bonson, salute, salute, salute. What's funny is Cuban is always clowning the Knicks for getting the better of them. in all trades, man. You said it. First it was Dennis Smith, KP, Brunson, yeah, Frank Ntilikina, all of that stuff, yeah. You know, at the end of the day, he just got to be accountable for his own moves, you know. He had so many other opportunities, you know. We didn't ask him to trade for Kyrie Irving. We didn't ask him to max out KP, you know. He drafted Brunson, so I mean, they had ample opportunities, man. What they did is they crapped the bed with that. Yeah, Knicks 2023, let's go. We might be channeling that 99 finals run. Let that sink in, you know. Kaiser says we can win besides Mitchell. Cavs aren't ready for us. Brunson already eliminated Spider in the playoffs. Yep. Yep. Eliminated, like you said. Yep. Ready to eliminate. And the way I see it going down is win game 1 or 2. Just win 1 out of the first 2 on the road. Bring home court back to MSG where you know it's going to be buzzing right now. Where you know Emmanuel Quickley feels comfortable. Jalen Brunson is in the wheelhouse. You got Julius Randle with MIP, MVP chance. With that said, and that defense chant running amok. Yep. AC salute. What's good? They crap the bed homes. Yeah. Yeah. ESPN chewing themselves for 38 win predictions. Yeah. Power rankings, all of that stuff. I think they underestimated us, but that's all good. Because you know what that means? We come out with a chip on our shoulders now. Now everybody knows what this squad's made of. We're deep at the center position. We got defensive wings. We got players shooting the 3 ball well. Obviously, everybody knows our defense can step up a little bit more, and I think it will. I think in the playoffs, that defense is going to really, really buckle down and get into it. Yeah, Obi don't let us down when given minutes. Especially if you notice when he's sharing the floor with IQ. There's something about those brothers. They feel comfortable with one another. There's synergy. There's chemistry. Summer League, they played with Quentin Grimes, Obi, and IQ. Deuce McBride. Well, this is a great young core growing up for the future as well. Also, let this best stat sink in. The New York Knicks' oldest rotation player is 28 years of age. That's it, 28. So we're ready on this journey now, and things are gonna stay consistent. Yeah, Kaiser, we just need the Mavs to win out and the Thunder to lose out. Yeah, and the Mavs pick can come to us. Yep, and they make the play in. Yep, I like that. And then the lottery proceedings still take place as well. So it's not a guarantee. There's a chance they could move into the top 10 after the lottery. It's less likely. Yep. Yeah, Obi is the real deal, really. I mean, I knew it from the very first selection, the day it happened. You know, he just needed development, reps in the league, 8th overall pick with college player of the year accolades, talent, and he's not even being used to his best skill set either. Let that sink in as well. Yeah, AC, the team's deep, pleasure to watch. Yep, the youth develop, like you said. Great point. It is a pleasure. We're winning and we're actually developing. I mean, that might be the best thing out of all of this thing, realistically, fam. We're winning and we're developing. So, yes, this squad has a ceiling. We're not championship contenders yet, but that doesn't happen overnight. You got to put the right pieces in place, and then you got to win. You've just got to do it. How sweet it's going to be, get to the second round and still add that top 15 pick. Man, that's music to my ears, man.
CT, what's going on? How about those Knicks playing good D, Tom Thibodeau basketball.
Yep. Yeah, playing the right way. Yeah, man, there's a lot of coincidences nice. Like you said, man, 99 run with the trade at the deadline for Latrell. There was the 73 comparison. You know, I really, really pray we face Boston in that second round. I really like our chances against Boston as well. And then an Eastern Conference Finals matchup with Milwaukee. But don't look like that can happen. I think, yeah, the Boston Celtics are 3 games back from Milwaukee. So, but, you know, we will just beat whoever's in front of us, you know. Let's just go for it. Let's go for it. We're built for it, man. Luke says, I don't think the team has an answer for Obi on the fast break, which is another X factor. Yeah, man, you're on fire. The squad's on fire tonight. Yeah, I think for other reasons as well. He could splash that 3 ball now, which stretches the defense open, and then he can dribble, penetrate as well. Also, his assists. You know, Obi's sharing the rock, doing lots of things that don't really show up so much on screen, but the ball's moving now. Obi had 6 assists tonight. Let's not forget, as a college player, Obi came in with passing ability as well. I think people forgot that. They lost on that. But Obi's ability to pass the rock was strong also. So 6 assists for Obi, 5 for Grimes, 9 for Quickley, 7 for Hart. 3 assists for McBride, even in 13 minutes. The public enemies in the house, salute. We said the same thing about the Knicks 2 years ago before the ATL. Knicks had depth and good players. I think both can be true, but this year the depth is definitely better. I think the fact that we beat Atlanta in the regular season 2 years ago had us feeling good. I think I feel better this time around because we're in the right form heading in, I think, with guys clicking. Yeah, AC, man, I like this. Tibbs walking that fine line of an ogre and a genius. Love it. I think he's just not perfect, you know. He's not a great coach. I think he's just a good coach. I think we have a good squad. Nobody's perfect. But I think if all parts show up, I think we can go deep. I really do. I think adjustments are going to be huge. They're going to be big. Like Knicks 26 says to the public enemy, the Knicks entered that postseason hobbled in 2 key positions, center and point guard. Looking back at it, I'm not surprised yet. Clint Capella was a difference maker. And of course, the point guard spot with Alec Burks playing and obviously Elfrid Payton was was on his last legs at that point with the team. Also, I think this squad's just been through a lot of ups and downs this season. That's going to help. I mean, we had some all-time franchise losses this season, which this squad would have learnt from. The Dallas one, the Chicago one, so many bad losses. Yet here we are talking about a 47-win season still. And I think that's just going to be to this team's benefit in the playoffs. You know, better execution. And also, you got to look at this season in 2 halves, because how we were before Josh Hart was different to how we are now, adding a key starting rotation player kind of quality with Josh Hart, ability to play 30 minutes. That can't be understated, because like which of these other teams have added a starting quality player at the trade deadline that's capable of playing 30 minutes? Cleveland didn't add anybody like that. So how this squad starting the year to how it was right now, completely different. Emmanuel Quickley now. People just thought he was a spark plug off the bench to start the year. To finish the year, he's 6th man of the year in the league. So an 82-game season is a long, long time. And this team's done a lot of growing. I think Jalen Brunson, how he is right now, is better than how he was. Yep, on point, man, child. Yeah, Hart does a lot of that dirty work for the team, like you said. And I think he's going to go to another level in the playoffs, fam. I think he really, really is. He's going to do a lot of that dirty work, like you said, but close games out for this squad. And just versatility is just going to be great. You need adjustment, ability to adjust in the playoffs. It ain't all going to go smooth. We ain't going to win 4 games and it's just going to be the same way we win all 4 games. There's going to be adjustments. There's going to be different guys have it going on different nights. But over the part of a 7-game series, we are going to be the ones on top because we have too many options for them. Too many options. There could be a night Julius Randle is inefficient, but we still have enough to pick him up and pick up the whole squad. I think Cleveland's depth is going to get tested in the playoffs, and watch them buckle under pressure when the New York Knicks take one of the first 2 games. Yeah, you heard it here first. When the Knicks take one of the first 2 games, a lot of pressure is going to go onto Cleveland's shoulders. Yeah. Josh Hart said everyone is tired, but not me. Yeah. Like I said, man, he's the 4th most played player in the NBA history without playing a playoff game. That man's ready tonight to play a playoff game, man. He's ready tomorrow. He's ready yesterday. He just wants to play in a playoff game right now. He is hyped up. He's Josh Hart, and he's ready to get into it, man. Also, if we don't advance too far, we don't win the chip this year, what else is going to be good? This team's going to grow. We're going to keep this core together. We're going to grow as a nucleus, this team. We'll come back next year and we'll be a 50-plus win team, but with playoff experience now. So that's going to be great. Getting into the playoffs, battling Cleveland, we're going to test everybody. Everybody's will is going to be tested. It's going to be great. It's going to be great for next season and the season beyond, because guys are going to get a taste. They're going to get hungry. Next season, after a playoff run, they're going to want to go back there all over again and do it all over again as well, man. Salute Jarvis LaFleur. Let's go. Man, Jarvis, give me your favorite playoff moments as a Knick fan. Your biggest playoff moments as a New York Knick. We're about to create more memories, more moments now. Best believe that. In the Garden, going to get poppin' like Obi Toppin. Up in here, man. I mean, 99 was so special for me. I got to talk about maybe, Allen Houston. Larry Johnson's 4-point play. Got to be at the top. Beating the Indiana Pacemakers like tonight. So much pain erased after the Patrick Ewing missed finger roll. Other things, Reggie Miller. Larry Johnson, stand the hell up. 4-point play. Allen Houston, Miami, 99. Sealing and dealing. Game winner. Very, very special for me. Elite rivals, just taking it to them, man. AC says if Brunson can go at it tit for tat throughout the series with Spider, we can win that series, because the rest of the squad and the depth should outplay the rest of Cleveland. 100%. Yep. Definitely the depth. I think the options we have, and like I said, if guys don't have it going on one night, most likely there's going to be someone else, to pick us up and get it going. Yep. Mad props. Shout out to Leon and co. and the company, for what they've assembled. Yep. Players got injured at the end of the season in 99. Yep. I think, yeah, it was Patrick. Obviously, yeah, we didn't have Big Pat. Dudley, Canby had to step in. But there was grittiness, there was toughness. They gave it everything they had right now. Jarvis has finally beaten the Chicago Bulls. It would have been sweeter if Jordan was there, but there is quite a few. Yeah, getting the breaking the shackles. I love that one, Jarvis, as well. That feels special. Yeah, beating Pippen, Kukoc, all of that. Getting revenge. Yeah, sweet revenge. There were so many bittersweet moments throughout the 90s. The ups and the downs, man. The tip jam, put back dunk. Salute. 26 champs. Off the Starks miss. Yep, in the ECF against the Pacers. Yep, with the Garden going insane, waving the towels as well. That was crazy. The broadcast, the fans. We had NBC, Marv Albert. That was the golden era of the NBA. Say what you like. For me, not just because I was growing up then, but I really do believe that was the golden era for the NBA in total. The Bulls, the Suns, you had Utah, Seattle Supersonics, the Knicks, the Heat, all of that. The 80s were legit, but I think the 90s were special with MJ, the broadcast deal. Everything just came alive at that time. Yeah, a young Marcus Camby coming up. Who would have thought that he would have had the career he had as a New York Knick, after a New York Knick as well. And on the flip side, we were blessed to have Larry Johnson come across from Charlotte. Another big trade after he had a huge career. Came over to the New York Knicks for a second act and was able to help us get to the finals, banged up. That was special. Acquiring Allen Houston. I remember the feeling of getting Allen Houston into the squad. I thought, man, that's a big time move. Getting Allen Houston. This squad could be legit. And we ended up being legit after that. Houston and Spreewell was an all-star backcourt. Of course, I hated, losing John Starks. That was tough. But it was a new wave. We were evolving into a new squad in '99, kind of ahead of its time. Patrick Ewing was on the way out. Marcus Camby coming in. But the competition was tough. The competition was tough at the time. But yeah, we just ran into the wrong opponents in the wrong era. But it's going to click for us at one point. We're going to win that chip. We're going to go all the way. Yeah, Spree. Yeah, I'll never forget Spree. Closing out Indiana, man, with Spree running around the court with his hands waving, getting the crowd fired up. That was elite. Closing it out at MSG, going to the big dance with Patrick Ewing, the towel around his neck, trying to give an interview while he was injured. Even though he had to carry the whole damn team. Yep. Yeah, the Bernard King BK era was special too. Salute, yeah. Going all the way back. These memories are in the franchise history now. We've got to create new memories now. It was bittersweet 2 years ago. We didn't really create nothing, really, winning one game. But I think this time's different. I really feel like this time is going to be different. Completely different squad, different time, different era, but it's going to be huge. I think these games are going to be very offensive minded. Spider, Garland, and Julius, Brunson, Quickley. I really think Quickley's going to go off in the playoffs and win us 1 or 2 games alone. If you see tonight, Emmanuel Quickley's 39-point outburst. 39 points, 14 of 26, 13 attempts from deep, 7 he hit, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Emmanuel Quickley is emerging right now. He could be that star in the playoffs that just takes us to that next level. Yep. I was more hyped in the playoffs in '94 till OJ ruined that, man. Facts. Crazy time that was. That was crazy. Yeah. That's my most my best memory, my most painful memory was 94, 93, 94 finals. Kenny Smith, Houston Rockets, Sam Cassell, Elijah Wan, man, gave me nightmares for years to come. Nightmares. John Starks getting it blocked. That was tough. But yeah, that was the era, man. That was tough. The New York Knicks squad was so legit. Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason, Derek Harper. That was as deep as what we have right now, I feel. That squad was pretty deep, but of course we ran up against the creme of the West. Yeah, and that's tough. But right now we're built different, and we're on a 5-game winning streak, ready to close out this season, and have ourselves a playoff run. Man, I cannot wait right now as we get ready to wrap this show up. It's been a great night. Looking ahead, New York Knicks Nation, stand up. The streets are buzzing, and we ain't ducking right now. There's game 1 next weekend. Most likely it's Saturday, from what I'm hearing. But get your popcorn ready, get the squad together, get the fam out here. We'll have a few guests on next week, previewing the series, some familiar faces that you know. EJ will be back. We'll be talking more about our playoff moments, creating new moments. Let's rest this squad for the next 2. Get ready for game 1 in Cleveland. Give them our best punch. Shout out to the whole squad. Knicks streets buzzing right now. Salute, salute, salute. I know Jay Boogie got some big stuff happening.
Salute. 3 capital S's, you know what I'm saying? And also the capital S stands for the streets is buzzing.
Yep. You said it, Jay Boog. We ready right now. The whole squad turn up. Have yourself a good night. Rest of the week. A happy Easter to everyone out here, and many blessings to come. Winning ways on the way. Let's go. Man, child peace. Jarvis, you already know what it is. Salute. AC, let's go. Man, child. Salute. Esprit, 26 champs. David, Kaiser, Luke. Everyone else that represent. The best chat in the beer's nice. Brother, salute. Pleasure to chop this thing up with you. But yeah, almighty finesse. Best is yet to come for this season. Shout out. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.